Good morning, people. I'm Doreen Ritchie and I'm a life coach. I operate from East Belfast. So it occurred to me this morning that actually being a life coach, most of the time I'm working one-to-one with people. And part of my life that has changed recently since March is that because of that working one-to-one with people most of the time, I decided that I would start networking. And I just wanted to share with you the benefits that I have actually discovered by networking and actually talking to other people. So for me personally, it has given me sort of a boost to actually discuss problems that I might have as a small business with other people who are maybe running their own businesses, or they're part of a bigger business, but they have different business problems as well. And you discover that they have the similar problems, but also they might have some solutions to your problems. So there's a social element to it as well. I mean, you meet people, you talk to them about your business, you talk to them about things that happen, but also then you make friends, you start relationships with people and so on. And it occurred to me that actually some people who have their own business tend to get very isolated, and they tend to be up in their head a lot about their own personal things that are happening with the business, and they have to make all their own decisions. They have to be the finance person, the marketing person, the IT person, and any problems that happen within the business are basically, it's up to them to solve it themselves. And sometimes this is quite difficult for people, especially if you're coming from a workplace environment where you've maybe started your own business, and instead of having a team around you to help solve problems, you're having to do it all by yourself. So sometimes this can lead to, as I say, a feeling of isolation and also a feeling of inadequacy, which can actually lead to, anxiety, depression, maybe, a more serious mental illness and so on. So in this month of mental illness awareness, in employment as well, I'm just thinking that actually networking can be used to actually alleviate those problems. So if you're in a small business and you're sort of always up in your head thinking about your problems and so on, try talking to other people who are in small business as well. Or maybe even if you're in one of those office blocks where, everybody rents a room for their own little thing. And so you're in this office all day by yourself on the computer or whatever it is you're doing, come out occasionally and talk to everybody else and see who they are. They might not necessarily be anything to do with your business, but, it's human contact. So I think what I'm trying to say to you is, instead of remaining isolated, realize that maybe you are a bit isolated and start communicating with people more. And I don't mean just people in your business or through your business or for your business. Other people in the same situations, in a small business, or maybe in, as I say, in the same area, each running your own thing. Try and actually communicate. Try and become part of that team as such. So for example, if you're a woman and you're in a small business, there's Women in Business, which is a great networking group. And you can go along to their different things and meet other people in the same sort of situations as you. Or there's like mums at work. So obviously mums of any description who are also in business or who are going to work, and you can discuss your problems and your solutions to those problems with other people in the same situation as you. Or recently, the BNI, which I applied to join and was accepted, and there's a great team there, all the BNI chapters across the UK, and I think there's 4 in Belfast at the moment, and that's a great team. Everybody's there, and they're trying to solve their own problems in business and get on in life. But the main thing that it actually gives you is not just solutions to business problems. It's not just more work. It's not just finding people in the same situation as you. It's actually building relationships. It's building friendships. It's a regular source of communication. Even if you don't see anybody all week and you're working away on your computer at home or in your little office on your own all week, you know that once a week or once a fortnight, whatever it is, you're going to have a breakfast with all these people. You're going to be able to talk to them. And they're there at the end of the phone if you need a bit of help or whatever. And that is really, really good for someone who maybe is feeling a little bit isolated. Now, obviously, I'm talking about work, but of course, you can generalize that to your general life. If you happen to be a person who doesn't have much of a social life, who maybe hasn't got much family, or your family is maybe not anywhere near you, do try and get out, talk to people, communicate with anyone that you can, join a yoga club, go to your gym, whatever it is, and talk to people. Because, maybe talking sooner with people would actually alleviate symptoms or feelings of isolation and help your anxiety, boost your confidence, and it may well at the end of the day stave off any kind of mental illness. So I think communication, it's never bad, it's always good, and it actually maybe could help your mental health in the long run. And certainly it might even help problems that you have at work that you're in your business in the short term. But basically, we are social animals. Human beings are social animals. We're meant to be with a group. We're meant to live in groups or tribes or whatever. And being isolated is quite alien to our actual core nature. So try at this moment in time, either to do with your business or yourself, try and actually communicate more with other people. Again, it's been great for me, networking. I would recommend it to anybody. And if you want to know anything more about it, then, give me a shout. If you want to just come along and chat to me, certainly give me a shout. I offer complimentary consultation sessions at my business in Beersbridge Road. And we'll see if we can help you. That's all I have to say this morning, really. I've had a good morning talking to somebody already. I had a good day yesterday, talked to loads of people. And basically, that's what I'm doing. I spend hours every week now talking to other people besides people and clients and so on. And it actually does help. So try and get out there. Try not to get isolated. If you feel like you are getting isolated, talk to people. It does help. And in the long run, it's really good for your mental health. Okay, that's all I have to say this morning. Let's see if I can actually turn this thing off this time. Okay, all the best. Talk soon. Bye.